Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, the life you dream of keeps slipping through your fingers? Like you're running faster, reaching higher, and yet something invisible is holding you back? That weight you feel on your shoulders, the tension in your chest, the racing thoughts in your mind, they're not just stress, they are walls. Invisible barriers built from years of overthinking, doubt, and the relentless pressure to do more, achieve more, be more. And the truth is, those walls aren't keeping the world from giving you what you want. They're keeping you from receiving it. Imagine for a moment what it would feel like to let that weight melt away. To release every thought that says you're not enough, every fear that whispers you're not ready, and every tension that tells your body to brace for struggle. Imagine breathing deeply and feeling your mind unclench, your shoulders loosen, your chest expand with relief. There is a kind of power in that stillness, a quiet force that the world rarely teaches you to use. But this force is real. It is the key to manifesting everything you want, and it has nothing to do with forcing, pushing, or striving harder. Relaxation is not weakness. It is not giving up. It is not waiting for life to happen to you. True relaxation is a deliberate act of courage. It is the conscious choice to stop resisting what already wants to come to you. Science tells us that stress narrows our perception, that tension clouds our judgment, and that our minds can only hold so much at a time. But when you release, when you let go of that constant gripping, your mind begins to see possibilities that were invisible before. Doors appear that you didn't even know existed. Opportunities, people, ideas, they start flowing towards you naturally because you are no longer blocking them with worry and fear. And here's the most important truth. You do not have to figure it all out right now. You do not have to plan every step, control every outcome, or force every result. Manifestation does not require struggle. It requires presence, focus, and the quiet confidence that what you desire is already making its way to you. Your only task is to release the tension, breathe, and allow yourself to feel what it is like to already have it. That feeling, the relief, the joy, the certainty is magnetic. It calls to the universe, aligning everything around you with the life you want. By staying here, by listening and allowing yourself to relax with intention, you will discover a profound shift. The endless striving loses its grip, the constant questioning quiets, and in that space, the impossible begins to feel possible. You will begin to feel the subtle movements of your desires stepping into your life, not through struggle, but through ease. And once you experience this, you will understand that the most powerful action you can take is not pushing harder, but breathing deeper, trusting more, and letting go. So stay with this, stay present, allow yourself to release even a fraction of the tension that has held you back. Because as you relax, as you surrender to this quiet strength within you, everything you've been longing for is already moving towards you. Your dreams are not distant. They are not conditional. They are waiting for you to step out of resistance and into the effortless flow that is your true power. And that is the gift, the reason to keep listening, the promise that by the end of this journey, you will know not just how to manifest, but how to truly allow it into your life. When your body and mind are calm, your world begins to change. It may sound simple, almost too simple, but this is the exact moment where true power begins to reveal itself. The human mind cannot separate what it feels from what it experiences. Neuroscience shows that the brain responds to vivid feelings of possibility as if they were already real. Every time you imagine, every time you feel, every time you allow yourself to breathe deeply into the quiet space of relaxation, you are laying the groundwork for reality to follow. The life you desire is not built by endless struggle. It is built by clarity, focus, and the emotional certainty that it is already yours. Consider how the mind works when it is stressed. Thoughts spin in circles, worries multiply, and solutions vanish like smoke. Cortisol floods your system, narrowing your vision, making it nearly impossible to notice the opportunities standing right in front of you. But when you pause, when you intentionally relax, you allow your perception to expand. Your brain begins to scan the world differently, noticing patterns, possibilities, and connections that were invisible before. What once felt distant, overwhelming, or unattainable suddenly begins to appear reachable. This is not magic. This is your biology aligning with your intention. This is science supporting the dreams that live in your heart. The paradox is profound. Doing less, feeling more, trusting more deeply produces more than endless effort ever could. Every inhale you take in this relaxed state, every exhale that releases tension is a step closer to the life you have imagined. The more you immerse yourself in this state of calm certainty, the more naturally your actions become guided by intuition rather than anxiety. Your decisions sharpen, your creativity blooms, and your energy attracts exactly what it needs to bring your desires into existence. You are no longer chasing life. Life begins moving toward you, drawn by the emotional resonance you emit. This is why relaxation is not indulgence. It is not laziness. It is the foundation of creation. It is the fertile soil in which your intentions can take root and grow without being suffocated by stress, fear, or doubt. The universe responds to the energy you radiate, and that energy is strongest when it is calm, centered, and deeply aligned with who you truly are. When you learn to cultivate this state consistently, you create a magnetic field around yourself, drawing opportunities, people, and circumstances that match the life you have envisioned. And the beauty of it is that this power is always within reach. It does not require perfect conditions, extraordinary talent, or relentless struggle. All it requires is your willingness to stop fighting against the flow, to step out of resistance and to embrace the quiet strength that has been inside you all along. Each moment you spend in stillness is a moment your desires move closer. Each breath and calm is a signal to the world that you are ready to receive. So feel it now. Feel your body soften. Feel your mind expand. Let the tension release like water finding its path. As you do, sense the possibilities opening around you. Sense the invisible threads connecting you to your desires, to the people, opportunities, and moments that will align with your vision. This is a state in which manifestation becomes inevitable, the state where dreams are no longer distant ideas, but tangible realities waiting for your permission to arrive. You are ready. You are capable. You are already on the path to everything you have ever wanted. Every thought you resist, every fear you fight against, every moment you cling to control creates invisible walls between you and what you desire. Resistance is subtle, but it is relentless. It whispers, it nags, it convinces you that the struggle is necessary, that the hard road is the only path to success. And yet the truth is exactly the opposite. The more you push against life, the more you tighten the grip on outcomes, the more you block the very flow that would bring your dreams effortlessly into your reality. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means stepping out of the way, clearing the path, and allowing the natural currents of life to guide you toward what is already meant to be yours. Feel it in your body now, the tension you carry when you try to force results. Notice the tightness in your chest, the clenching of your jaw, the way your mind races with what ifs. These sensations are not obstacles, they are signals. They are messages from your own system telling you to release, to soften, to surrender. And as you breathe into them, as you allow yourself to truly let go, the walls begin to dissolve. Each exhale releases doubt. Each inhale draws in calm certainty. You begin to realize that control is an illusion, that life responds not to struggle, but to presence, trust, and alignment. When you release resistance, you create space for clarity. Your mind, unburdened, begins to see solutions that were invisible before. Opportunities appear where none seem to exist. People show up, doors open, and circumstances align in ways that feel almost miraculous. This is not chance. This is the result of a mind operating in its natural, unhindered state. Your inner calm becomes a magnet, attracting everything that matches the frequency of your relaxed confidence. The universe does not push against you. It flows through you when you stop blocking it with tension and fear. There is profound freedom in this understanding. The freedom to trust that life is working in your favor. The freedom to feel gratitude for what is while expecting more. The freedom to act without desperation, to take inspired steps that feel natural, effortless, and right. When you operate from this state, manifestation is no longer a distant goal or an abstract concept. It becomes a living, breathing process. Each choice you make, each thought you entertain, each emotion you embrace, feeds the momentum of what you desire. Let yourself experience the subtle shift that occurs when resistance melts. Notice the lightness in your chest, the expansion in your mind, the sense of alignment that grows from within. You are learning to move with life, not against it. You are learning that every time you let go, every time you release the need to control, you step closer to your desires. You are learning that surrender is not defeat. It is the ultimate form of strength. Hold on to this feeling. Allow it to deepen. Let the knowledge sink into every fiber of your being that what you want is not blocked, not far away, not dependent on endless struggle. It is already moving towards you. The only thing that stands between you and your manifestation is the tension you carry, the resistance you cling to, and the belief that you must force life to comply with your timeline. Release that now. Relax into the certainty that what is yours will come. Breathe, let go, and watch as the flow begins to carry you toward everything you have ever dreamed of. Surrender is not giving up. Surrender is the conscious decision to stop fighting against the flow and to step into alignment with what is already moving toward you. It is the recognition that the harder you push, the more the universe resists, and the more effortless you allow yourself to be, the more life begins to unfold in your favor. Imagine your body as a vessel and your mind as a channel. When tension fills the vessel, the channel clogs. When you relax, when you release, when you allow, energy flows freely. And with that flow comes clarity, opportunity, and the magnetic pull that draws your desires into your life. Feel what it means to surrender fully, without hesitation, without the need to control outcomes. It is a strange kind of courage, the courage to trust what you cannot see, to believe in what has not yet appeared, to act without forcing. Psychologists call this cognitive flexibility, the ability to bend without breaking, to adapt without losing direction. When you practice this, your mind stops spinning with doubt and fear and instead opens to solutions, inspirations, and possibilities that were hidden while you were fighting. Every time you release the need to dominate, to manipulate, to plan every detail, you create a space for life to show up exactly as it should. This is the paradox of manifestation. The more you surrender, the stronger your influence becomes. The calmer you are, the sharper your focus. The less you cling, the more magnetic your energy becomes. You begin to notice that doors open with ease, that opportunities arrive without struggle, that the people and circumstances you need appear at precisely the right time. This is not luck. It is a natural consequence of aligning your inner state with the desires of your heart. You are no longer pushing the river. You are floating with it, guided by the currents of your own energy and intention. Surrender requires presence. It asks you to be here now, fully aware of your body, your breath, your thoughts, and your feelings. It invites you to notice resistance, to acknowledge fear, and to release it with each exhale. As you do, a subtle transformation begins. Your mind, once restless and cluttered, becomes clear and receptive. Your heart, once heavy with worry, becomes open and expansive. Your spirit, once burdened with tension, begins to resonate with the frequency of your desires. This is the fertile ground where manifestation grows, not through struggle, but through alignment, trusting the process, surrendering with intention, feeling the release deeply. These are not passive acts. They are the most powerful, deliberate choices you can make. Every moment you embrace surrender, you strengthen the invisible connection between who you are and what you want. You are signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive. You are creating the emotional resonance that pulls your desires toward you effortlessly. You are stepping into the state of being where manifestation is not forced, it is inevitable. So take this moment to feel the shift. Feel your muscles soften, your mind expand, your chest lift with ease. Sense the currents of life beginning to move with you, around you, through you. Know that each breath, each intentional release brings your desires closer. Surrender is not defeat, it is power. It is courage. It is the key that unlocks the effortless path to everything you have been longing for. Breathe, relax, let go, and allow life to bring you exactly what you have been ready to receive all along. Your imagination is one of the most powerful tools you possess. And when paired with a relaxed mind, it becomes unstoppable. The brain cannot distinguish between what is vividly felt and what is real. When you immerse yourself in the experience of having what you desire, when you feel the joy, the gratitude, the excitement of your dreams already fulfilled, your mind begins to create pathways that draw that reality closer. This is not wishful thinking. This is the science of the mind at work. Each image you hold, each emotion you cultivate, reshapes your perception, making the world respond to the version of you that believes it is already possible. Allow yourself to feel your desires fully without questioning when or how they will arrive. Sense them as tangible, as living within your reach. Let your body respond with excitement, your heart open with gratitude, and your mind quiet with certainty. Emotions are magnets. The more authentic your feelings, the stronger the pull toward what you want. This is why so many struggle with manifestation. They focus only on the surface, the mental image, without engaging the deep currents of feeling that activate the law of attraction. When you relax into the emotional experience of having your desires now, you become a signal the universe cannot ignore. Notice how your body responds as you do this. The chest lifts, the shoulders soften, the breath flows easier. This is more than comfort. It is alignment. The tension that once blocked your vision dissolves, making room for clarity and creativity. You begin to see opportunities that were invisible before. Solutions that felt out of reach suddenly appear obvious. The energy around you shifts, responding to the frequency of your calm certainty. When you visualize with feeling, you are not escaping reality. You are shaping it, guiding it towards you with precision and ease. The mind works like a garden. If it is cluttered with doubt, fear, and impatience, nothing can take root. But if it is nourished with clarity, belief, and deep emotional engagement, the seeds of your desires grow naturally. Relaxation is the sunlight, the feeling is the water, and your attention is the soil that allows life to flourish. Every time you give yourself permission to feel what it is like to have your desires now, you are cultivating the fertile ground of manifestation. Your brain begins to recognize patterns, opportunities, and people that align with your vision. The path to your goals becomes visible not through struggle, but through clarity and presence. Do not underestimate the power of your feelings. Gratitude, joy, anticipation, and certainty are not just pleasant states. They are the engine that drives your dreams into reality. When you practice feeling as if your desires are already yours, the universe mirrors it back. You become a living magnet, drawing experiences, resources, and relationships toward you effortlessly. This is the essence of relaxed manifestation, not forcing, not controlling, but aligning your internal state with the life you wish to live. So breathe deeply and feel. Let the emotions of success, joy, and fulfillment wash over you as if they are already yours. Notice the subtle shift within, the sense of possibility expanding in your chest. This is the state in which dreams cease to be distant and begin to move into your reality. You do not need to chase, push, or struggle. You only need to relax, feel deeply, and allow your inner certainty to guide the external world toward you. This is the power you carry, the power you activate every time you choose to feel your dreams as real today. Control is an illusion. The need to micromanage to force every outcome, to plan every step in painstaking detail, creates tension that suffocates your potential. When you cling too tightly to how and when things should happen, you block the natural flow that is constantly moving toward you. The truth is that the universe is not waiting for your permission to bring your desires into reality. It is already moving, already aligning, already creating. The only thing that stands in the way is your insistence on holding on too tightly, your need to orchestrate life instead of allowing it to unfold. Feel that tension in your body now. Notice where you grip, where your mind races with the endless scenarios of what might go wrong. This is resistance, plain and simple. It is the energy that pushes against your own desires, the subtle force that keeps you spinning in circles rather than moving forward. And now, intentionally, allow it to soften. Let it loosen with every exhale. Let it flow out of your body like water, leaving space for clarity, alignment, and ease. The moment you release the illusion of control, you open yourself to inspiration, intuition, and synchronicity. This is where life begins to respond, not because you are forcing it, but because you are ready to receive. Understand that releasing control is not about passivity. It is about trust, presence, and deliberate focus on what you can influence while allowing the rest to fall into place naturally. When you operate from this state, your energy becomes magnetic. You attract solutions, opportunities, and connections effortlessly. You begin to notice patterns that were invisible before. Doors that seemed closed start to swing open. People show up at the right time, places appear at the right moment, and circumstances shift in ways that feel almost miraculous simply because you are no longer pushing against the current of life. This principle is supported by psychology. Cognitive rigidity, the compulsion to control every variable, narrows perception increases stress and inhibits creativity. Flexibility, surrender, and openness, on the other hand, expand awareness, reduce tension, allow the mind to recognize possibilities that were previously invisible. By consciously letting go, by trusting the flow rather than forcing the outcome, you are harnessing the natural intelligence of your own mind and the universe itself. This is not theory. This is how manifestation works. This is how desire becomes reality without struggle. Feel the liberation that comes with letting go. Sense the lightness in your chest, the clarity in your mind, the energy that rises as you release the need to control. This is freedom. This is power. This is alignment.